want to go into it, but let me just say it. This government, very wicked government. I'm telling you. I should not say so, but it is true. They don't reward loyalty. They don't pay you good at all for the good you do. They have not done anything. The young man.
For that brilliant young man?
No.
I saw all the pictures.
Nothing. Not 1 naira business, not 1 naira dash. Even me here, I spend millions, I don't want to mention figures, for these governments. Have not been given 1 naira dash by any of them. Have not been given 1 naira business by any of them. The same thing. Even the President Buhari calls me. He sends for me, send them to come and pick me. But these people, I'll tell you one thing I've seen about, like I told about leadership. I don't think President Buhari is the one in power. I don't think so. I don't think President Buhari is not the person you meet. President Buhari has a lot of respect for the family of Daddy Olusegun Obasanjo. I'm telling you. And he's not the only one. All governments, all former presidents, he instructed them to fix my son up. He's not the one. He's not the one in power. I don't really know. I don't really know. This government is the most wicked government in this nation, since I've seen. It's the most wicked. But Buhari is not the one that is wicked. The people may not like to hear it. He's not the one. The people around him, around, he's not. Whether he's the original Buhari or is the fake Buhari, I don't know. But all I know is that the Buhari I have been meeting has always shown respect to us. I'm saying that he can't be President Buhari. They were apologizing to that. What we are saying, it should not be happening. You understand me? How will the son not be given any appointment or anything at all? Even business project they will give to them, they will approve it for another person. Like they're deliberately victimizing us. If I kept my millions to use it for other things, I would have known what I would have generated from it as profits. Yes, now. And nothing now, nothing at all. Nothing. The only thing we experience from them is wickedness. I regret, as I told you, sometimes you should be careful who you pray and you support and fast for. I lost so much weight, I have not even recovered. I was a bit plumpy now.
Yes, I know. I was thinking
fasting. I will not sleep. Every midnight hour I'll be praying. I'll be fasting. Sometimes my tummy will be I want to break into two. I'll be fasting. Lord, make it happen. Lord, make it happen. And it happened now. I say, who will not regret?
Let's quickly go to the issue of your wonderful son, because a lot of people are wondering when he came out in 2019 and he created what we call Buhari Youth Organization, and this young man, the very effervescent Olusegun Obasanjo, came and said he's supporting Buhari, and he said he's supporting him for youth empowerment and securing the future of the country for the Nigerian youth, and he even went to places in America. He attended the United Nations International Day for Education on behalf of President Buhari. He went to the Nigerian American Business Forum in Atlanta, in Detroit, and New York. And he campaigned for President Buhari worldwide, even to the detriment of his father, who said we should go for Atiku, who marketed Atiku publicly with one Bishop Oyedepo. Your son was the one that came out, and every story, Obasanjo supports Buhari, Obasanjo support Buhari. But after the government came back to power, it appears that we're not seeing this young man again. Did you think he took the right decision, and did you think was well compensated? Because a lot of people were feeling that, he should have been given something better after sacrificing, even at the detriment and at the fear of his father. Yeah, the risk of a father like that. I mean, for you to be the son of the president. I mean, if your father said, I don't want this, I said, no, daddy, we have to support this man. We saw future in him. If we went all over the world supporting Buhari under Buhari Youth Organization. So how did you feel now? Did you think it was well compensated? Do you think it was rewarded? Or do you think that exercise was in futility?
You want me to go into that?
Please, ma, with total honor, ma, please.
I don't know to go into it, but let me just say it. This government, very wicked government. I'm telling you. I should not say so, but it is true. They don't reward loyalty. They don't pay you good at all for the good you do. They have not done anything. The young man.
For that brilliant young man?
No.
I saw all the pictures.
Nothing. Not 1 naira business, not 1 naira dash. Even me here. I spent millions, I don't want to mention figures, for these governments. Have not been given 1 naira dash by any of them. Have not been given 1 naira business by any of them. The same thing. They have not done well to us. They have treated us too much.
Is it that you didn't meet the president because your son have open access to the president?
Yeah, I see the president too. I meet with the president.
Okay, but I didn't know.
Yes.
But why are they not listening to you? I mean, you are a person of repute, a person of you are a high class. You are not in the low class.
Even the President Buhari calls me. He sends for me, send them to come and pick me. But these people, I'll tell you one thing I've seen about, like I told about leadership. I don't think President Buhari is the one in power. I don't think so. I don't think President Buhari is not the person you meet. President Buhari has a lot of respect for the family of Daddy Olusegun Obasanjo. I'm telling you. And it's not the only one. All governments, all former presidents, they all respect him a lot, and the family. We don't go through protocols to see any of them. We don't go through any hassle. But these governments, and they treat us well, very well. They treat us well, like we are part of them. They give us the honor, the respect, and all that. We have access to them. But this government, nothing. They have only. I think I don't know. I don't know like I said, when a leader is in power, he's not the one in power. The people around him are the one in power. Because, for example, when the last time I met with him, he was the one that called me personally on the phone. He was even apologizing to me that he's sorry. He heard that I've been trying to see him all these days, and he's just hearing about it now. I had to send something. When I saw him, he was telling me I should apologize to the children. He never asked anybody. I said, why did you ask them? I said, Papa, why did you ask them to block us from seeing? He said, no, he never told anybody to block us. He never told anybody he's sorry. I should tell them that they should not worry. Everything will be okay and all that.
That was after the election.
Before, that was before this thing died. About Kyari died. Okay,
that's the late chief of staff.
Yes. The one that called me, they said, when do I want to come? And even when I was going, he handed me over to somebody. Anytime I want to see him, I will talk to him or greet me on the phone. I said, but he will do all that. He will give them instruction. He instructed them to fix my son up. See, he's not the one. He's not the one in power. I don't really know. I don't really know. This government, he's the most wicked government in this nation, since I've seen. He's the most wicked. But Buhari is not the one that is wicked. The people may not like to hear it. He's not the one. The people around him, under the rest around, he's not. Whether he's the original Buhari or is the fake Buhari, I don't know. But all I know is that The Buhari I have been meeting has always shown respect to us. Talks with my son, so jokes with him, they laugh together and this and.
Mr. Olusegun Obasanjo is visiting the State House for the first time after issuing a formal statement endorsing President Muhammadu Buhari for re-election in 2019.
I'm very happy about your independent opinion, and you just know why you did it, but certainly we are very glad about it, and we respect your patriotism. You decide for yourself, you are independent and so on. So I just congratulate you for succeeding in making up your mind.
After the closed-door meeting with the president that lasted about 40 minutes, Mr. Olusegun spoke to NTA News.
I came to visit my father and identify with him, in terms of the reality on ground for posterity's sake. I believe in President Muhammadu Buhari, and I believe he's doing extremely well. And I commend him for his leadership, and I commend him for his guidance. And I believe Nigerians are yet to see the best of President Muhammadu Buhari. We should be patient. He's doing great things, and we are all going to reap the benefits.
He said although he loves and respects his father, that cannot in any way becloud his sense of reasoning and judgment on national issues.
President Muhammadu Buhari has done and achieved a tremendous deal in a short period of time. I released a statement a while ago calling on all youths of Nigeria to support, to join hands and come together and support President Muhammadu Buhari, because he's doing great things. Look at what is being done in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the economy, in terms of social welfare. This is the first time that we have a government that is for the common man, that is for the man on the street, for the old women in the villages, in the farms, for the little children that have no homes. They deserve to benefit from this great nation. We're a nation that God has endowed with vast wealth and resources, and President Muhammadu Buhari is trying to harness both human and natural resources for the benefit of all.
So whoever is in Azo Rock, if it's General Muhammadu Buhari, he's not Muhammadu Buhari that is in power. He's not the one that is in government. That is not the one that is ruling us. The other people are the one ruling us. Those who have hatred for the OBJ, that is because if truly is President Muhammadu Buhari, he doesn't want us to suffer. He doesn't want anybody to treat us. We see him outside of protocol, no crowd, nothing. Doesn't keep us waiting, or he doesn't say I'm busy. So, and he's not. So and he sees us privately from the glare outside of the glare of TV or whatever. So this what they are doing to us. A president would tell his minister to do this, and the minister will not carry out the instruction.
I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I don't think that
like Daddy OBJ will have a minister who will personally send word to a minister to do this, and I'm married to a former president, and the minister will be doing what he pleases. A president will call a minister one time, 2 times, and will not do what. I said this is. I don't think. Maybe it's not President Buhari to talk. That's Yoruba word. And then with all that is happening, I said to myself, it can't be President Buhari knowing all that is happening and approves of it. That is where I have my own doubts. When they say it's not original, that it is fake, I don't know. Because President Muhammadu has greatest respect. He has greatest respect for Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and the respect he extends to his family. You understand me? He extends to his family. I don't know, even during the campaign, when they announced to him, my son, they will tell them to bring him to the stage. He will thank him, he will hug him, and all that. Always happy when the protocol announced Mr. Obasanjo Jr. is here. He will tell them to clear the way. They will bring him. Always happy. And now, and he has been seeing him one-to-one, and you begin to wonder, me too, I've been seeing him too, he's our protocol, and you begin to wonder, through people that I don't know.
So your son is
wicked people are in this government. Wickedness of the highest order is concentrated in this government. And I've never experienced. All the former presidents in Nigeria, they always treat us well. They treat us well, But this one, they have not given nothing to the young man. And me too. Yeah.
Because I saw your efforts during the campaign, even your prayers, and the guy was going everywhere. There was a time I was in Abuja, then I wanted to interview him. He was busy, another so rock, doing a lot, and that was before I knew you. Then he was so busy, and the next thing I had, I've gone to America. He campaigned vigorously. So I was wondering, after the United Nations. So and there was a time I even learned, I think it was around March 2019, that you raised that your life was in danger, that you're under threat because of your son supporting General Buhari. And I was wondering, because after the election, I expected that it would have been.
I expected that with all that we did. I prayed and fasted for this government to be in power. We should always be careful of the kind of prayer we pray. You understand? I prayed and fasted that they should win. And at the end of the day, they won. And I remember somebody was in my dream. I saw somebody in white warning me that he said he wanted him to win. I said, let him win. That is where we are. That's the camp we are in, camp of APC. I prayed and fasted. I said, God, wherever I am, is always a winning camp. Please. And after they won, he's not the only one. Even some people, there are some, I don't want to mention one or two old Baba that are close to President Buhari. They called me, they were apologizing that what they are seeing is, and they don't understand. I'm saying that it can't be President Buhari. They were apologizing to that. What we are saying, it should not be happening. Understand me? How will the son not be given any appointment or anything at all? Even business project they will give to them, they will approve it for another person. Like they're deliberately victimizing us. If I kept my millions to use it for other things, I would have known what I would have generated from it as profits. Yes, now. And nothing now, nothing at all. Nothing. The only thing we experience from them is wickedness. They just ignore us. They don't want to. They just be tossing us up and down. Have been all over the country to talk to them now. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? No. All of them in power, I've talked to them. And as I'm saying that it is not, I've seen Baba Mama Daura now. About 3 times. Baba Mama Daura has received us well. He treated us well. All of them. Emma of Daura have been there. All of them, they respect us so much. Emma of Kanu, been there to see him. All of them. Many of them like that. But they just try to victimize us. They just to be wicked to us. For what reason? I don't know. And we have not done anything bad to them.
Will you say that you regretted supporting the government to come to power?
Why will I say I'm happy? I regret. As I told you, sometimes you should be careful who you pray and you support and fast for. I lost so much weight, I have not even recovered. I was a bit plumpy now.
Yes, I know. I was thinking
fasted. I will not sleep. Every midnight hour I'll be praying. I'll be fasting. Sometimes my tummy will be, I want to break into two. I'll be fasting. Lord, make it happen. Lord, make it happen. And it happened. I say, oh, who will not regret? And I have learned my lesson. You should be careful who you back in life.
You say maybe your husband was right at that time, trying to warn his son not to come in.
Exactly. I haven't gone to tell people to tell you I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You see, you're running to a ragba. Be on shit. Or ragba, don't go there, don't go there. We follow them. Why did you follow? If you are staying in one place, my million will still be in my account. You do something for me. I have something for myself and my life. I pumped all my resources everywhere. Oh, this government, most wicked government in the universe, I'll tell you. Most wicked government I've ever experienced in my life. No government has ever treated us like this. No. Or Ragbani now. No. If the young man has stayed put without joining them, it's like been better. Yeah? I'm not ashamed, I'm not afraid of. They are wicked government. And we are not the only one that they are wicked in isolation. Don't let me deceive you. There are others as well. There are many people as well that have done the same thing. They don't reward your loyalty. They don't reward sacrifice. They don't. I mean, if you cannot give somebody position, at least you be able to give them business. At least to recover a little of what you have expended on them. Some of your expenses. I said not 1 naira. And not 1 naira business, not 1 naira dash. That's why I'm even thinking of, it's a terrible government, I'll tell you. Any Nigerian that tells you that they are happy with them, they love them, go and find out. Perhaps they are pumping, they are pumping millions or billions to that person. I'm telling you, They just to be wicked.
So what's the young man doing now? Is it back to?
He's still with them.
Supporting them in principle.
He's still with them. He says he does not believe in going up and down, changing. He says he doesn't believe.
He's a principled man. Yeah, I know him to be a principled young man.
He's still with them. When they were doing their revalidation, he went to do his revalidation. He's still with them. He said he doesn't believe in changing, go there today, go there tomorrow, go there today. He said he doesn't believe in that. Which is okay. God will help him. God will help me too.
The mother is pained.
Huh?
But the mom is pained for what happened. As a mother, he felt so bad that he didn't get rewarded for his position because he did so much then. If you open the internet today, you see his picture with General Buhari, you see his picture at the campaign in the United Nations.
The Buhari Youth Organization. I'm the national president. My name is Olusegun Obasanjo. So, and the Buhari Youth Organization, with Mr. President formed, is to promote the youth of Nigeria. That in itself tells you that Mr. President values the input of the youth in the progress of the country. Whatever remarks might have been taken out of context, this organization itself shows that rather than Mr. President, taking just a word for it, Mr. President in action believes in promoting Nigerian youth, which is the basis through which this organization was formed. That's for your first question. Yeah. Number two, we believe, that by promoting the ideologies of Mr. President and by also promoting the achievements of Mr. President, we are going to put the facts forward and we are going to let the youths and the voters and the population of Nigeria choose and decide what's best for them. A lot might have been going on social media, but at the end of the day, it's the grassroots that counts. One of the first things that Mr. President faced when he assumed office were the security challenges of this country. And Mr. President we had several local governments, that were under Boko Haram, which Mr. President and the Nigerian military have managed to free. We would not completely, we would always have a nation, we always have security challenges as a nation. But it's important that we have a leader who is sincere, who is trustworthy, and who makes sure that all our resources are applied judiciously towards fighting for this nation, and which is the kind of character and kind of man that Mr. President is. And we can see from the efforts and from the successes that we've had in fighting Boko Haram that Mr. President has done a tremendous job in a short time with limited resources. Conviction of to my dad. I believe I'm here as an individual and as an adult, as a youth, as someone who believes in this government and someone who believes that this government is for the present and our future generations. This government, you know, you mentioned aspects regard to youth. This government is leading the diversification of our economy.
President Buhari Youth Organization.
Yes. The president, yes. President Buhari Youth Organization.
They were, everybody all over the nation. But the experience is good. You know, in life is, I think the summary of it all is God's time is the best. The plan, you know, Abraham was promised a child. He now went to bring in somebody to give him a child. But God said, I will still. God said he will bless the young. God will still bless him. Who God will use, we don't know. God will still bless him. God will still bless us. God will still help us. You know? It's a good experience. One thing it has done, it has made me sensitive. Sensitive. Because there are many out there. If you see calls, the kind of money I was dashing out to people, it's making me sensitive. People are suffering. People go through suffering. No.
And there was a friend of mine, I think MK Abiola's son, I don't want to mention his name, who also regretted, he doesn't want to talk, but he said they will tell him, we're going to give you ministerial appointment, do this, do that. So why do people try to force people? Maybe in the presidency they say, pay this. There's another doctor, General Ovaje too. I think under Jonathan, they wanted to make him a minister and they say he has to pay some certain amount of money. And he got angry and he said, why? That I'm the one trying to sacrifice for your country. Why should you take money from me? And eventually he didn't get the position. So, but this young man, who's my friend, Abiola's son too, said he went through the same thing. They would tell him, do adverts, support the president. The president is doing his birthday, do this, do this. He was pumping. And when the ministerial list eventually came out, his name was not there. So he ran back to Lagos and he was depressed and all that. But thank God that he has some business to sustain. So is that the same thing that happened to you and your son?
That is exactly what happened. It's not his ministerial appointment that is in this government. Are there not other agencies? Are there not other parastatals? You know, President Muhammadu Buhari, when he was chatting with my son, they were there together for close to 1 hour. He was telling my son how the father gave him so much latitude, freedom when he was Minister for Petroleum. He was, I don't know, now I'm saying that maybe it's a fake, maybe it's not fake, but it really is General Muhammadu Buhari. General Muhammadu Buhari is not the one in power. It's not. Telling my son, very happy that he's so happy and proud to have my son that your father gave me so much freedom, this and this, and he respects me, he likes me, he loves me, that he will never allow anyone to rubbish his dad and all that, that he should just be patient. Once everything, when they secure the second term, everything will be okay. He said, it is like a payback time for him to return the good the father has done to him. That's what he said to my son, that he should just be patient. And he's so happy because I know that, our people then, they are anti-Buhari. Don't know that he's used to be pro-Buhari. So it cannot be President Buhari that is frustrating my son or me. It's not. It's not. I tell you, we have access, seeing him, what he talks, and from President Buhari is not a pretender. He's not a hypocrite. He will not say one thing and mean the other. He's blunt. You know that?
Yes, of course. Everybody knows.
Yes.
Very blunt and straightforward.
Not smile with you and plan how to kill you. No, he doesn't. He's not okay with you. You know he's not okay with you. So he cannot. From what emanates from his mouth, from what he verbalizes, not through third party, one to one. We see like this. Myself, the other day when I went to Aso Rock to see him, they told me to put on mask. They told me because I said I don't want to wear mask. They told me to use. I said no, I've already used it. So when I got when I was about to enter the room where I was seeing him, so they said I should wear mask. I said I already brought my own mask, and I joked with his protocols. So when I entered, I said, Baba, I don't like this mask. I hope you don't mind if I just put it down so I can talk well. He said, don't worry yourself. Put it down. Let's talk. He spoke. All the time I've seen him, he's not the one that will chase me away. He's not the one that will say, I'm busy, I have people, this and this. He will listen, he will comment, he will listen to you. And he does not see me with crowd. He said, not that we go and put the straight, boom. No crowd, nothing, They don't check my bag. They don't do anything. I don't do fingerprint. Nobody, He honors us. So it is not him. It must be some people under him, He has respect a lot for Chief Judicial Officer, which he extends to us. And all presidents of Nigeria, they respect Baba. And they extend the same respect to us, It's only this government, all past government, we use the presidential jets. We use it, but it's only this government, nothing. I said 1 naira dash like this, they did not give us. 1 naira business, they did not give. Talking to this minister, and the minister not doing anything, calling the minister again, and the minister seeing my son and not doing anything. Hey, it's terrible. I've never seen this kind of government in my life. I prayed that Nigeria will never experience this kind of government again when they go. In their time, whoever will come after him will unite us, will heal us, will bring total healing, in Jesus' name. Yeah. That's just it.
Before we round up, let's quickly go to your spiritual aspect again, because if there's one thing I respect you for, is your spiritual gift of prophecy, gift of clairvoyance and all that. And that's what I've already been talking. Even before I met you and before I started begging you for this interview, we always spoke about your spiritual clairvoyance, especially as regard 2017 when your son was going to wed, and you don't want the wedding to take place between May 11 and May 13. That is to one Tope Adebu took a sentence, and the prophecy came so hard. You said because you had premonitions that by the time you should not do anything lousy before his 33rd birthday on June 1. And eventually the marriage took place. You even went to court, and that is the extent that the mother can go. I've never seen that kind of pain in my life, that you have to go to court and say, please, court, help us to stop this marriage so that my son can have a good spiritual life, because I saw this coming. The same way you saw that your husband is going to be released in 1997, that's how you also saw 20 years after that your son should not wed on those days. So how did you handle it eventually when the court declined your proposal?
That marriage, I really don't want to talk about it, but it's necessary. It's already in the paper. Everybody knows about it. I didn't go all out against that wedding.